My name is Gursimar Sudan, a final year law student, and in this documentary, we will examine how Indian laws confront cyber stalking and online harassment, which exist not on the streets but on the screen, because behind every screen there is a real human being. A message arrives at 2 a.m. Not unusual. Another follows, then another. Unknown number, fake profile, no name, no face, just words. At first, it feels harmless, maybe a stranger online. But soon, the messages knows your personal details, your university, your friends, your daily routine. The screen becomes a window, not for connection, but to surveillance. And the question is no longer, who is messaging me? The question becomes, how much of my life is no longer private? In India's rapidly digitalizing society, harassment no longer requires physical presence. Fear now travels through Wi-Fi signals, screenshots, and anonymous accounts. There is no physical presence, yet the fear is real. It is not traditional stalking, it is cyber stalking and online harassment. It is invisible and persistent. In this digital age, the communication has become borderless. Social media platforms, messaging applications, and online forums have enabled people to connect through cyber world. However, this same technologies has also created new forms of harassment and abuse. One such growing concern is cyber stalking and online harassment. Cyber stalking occurs when a person repeatedly follows, monitor, or contact another individual through digital platforms without consent. It may involve persistent messaging, tracking someone's online activity, creating fake social media profiles, spreading defamatory content, or threatening the victim through electronic communication. Unlike traditional stalking, cyber stalking can occur anonymously and continuously. An offender may hide behind fake identities, operate across different jurisdictions, and repeatedly intrude into the victim's personal space, regardless of geographical boundaries. The consequences are not merely digital. Victims often experience fear, anxiety, reputational damage, emotional distress, and loss of personal privacy. Recognizing these dangers, Indian legislation had introduced various legal provisions under the Information Technology Act 2000 and the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023 to regulate such behavior and to protect the victims. Understanding these legal protection is essential not only for the victim seeking justice but also for the society at large. Online harassment is not merely unethical behavior, it is punishable criminal offense under Indian laws. In order to understand how law governs such behavior, it is important to understand the legal provisions that govern cyber stalking and online harassment. Legal framework under the Information Technology Act 2000. The Information Technology Act 2000 is also known as IT Act 2000, which deals with the offenses which are committed using computer system, digital network, and electronic communication. Although the Act does not explicitly uses the term cyber stalking, several provisions addresses the digital activities commonly involved in such offences. Cyber stalking often begins with the misuse of persons' digital identity. Offenders may create fake social media accounts using another individual's name, photographs, or personal details. Section 66C of IT Act criminalizes fraudulent or dishonest use of another person's signature, password, or unique identification feature. The imprisonment is up to 3 years and the fine is up to 1 lakh. In many cases, stalker operates through fake or anonymous online identities in order to deceive or manipulate the victim. Section 66D of Information Technology Act 2000 addresses cheating by personification using computer resources or communication devices. The imprisonment for this is up to 3 years and a fine which may extend to 1 lakh. This section is particularly applicable when an offender uses fraudulent digital identities to establish contact with the victim and continues the harassment. Cyberstalking can involve the unauthorized capture, transmission, or distribution of private image or personal content. Section 66E of IT Act penalizes the intentional capture, publication, or transmission of image of a person's private area without consent, thereby violating the individual right to privacy, and imprisonment for this is up to 3 years or a fine up to 2 lakh or both can be imposed. This provision plays a significant role in protecting individuals from digital surveillances and image-based harassment. In some instances, online harassment involves sending obscene or sexually explicit messages, images, or video. Section 67 of IT Act criminalizes the publication or transmission of obscene material through electronic media. For the first conviction, imprisonment imprisonment up to 3 years and fine up to 5 lakh is imposed. For subsequent conviction, imprisonment up to 5 years and a fine up to 10 lakh is imposed. This provision addresses digital misconduct that targets victim through obscene or degrading online communication. While Information Technology Act 2000 regulates technological misuse, the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023 addresses criminal behavior and personal harm caused by stalking and online harassment under Section 73 of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023. Cyber stalking is a criminal offense including stalking carried out through electronic communication. Under this provision, stalking includes repeatedly contacting, monitoring, or attempting to communicate with a person through electronic means, despite a clear indication and disinterest. For first conviction, imprisonment up to 3 years and fine is imposed, and under subsequent conviction, imprisonment up to 5 years and fine is imposed. Online harassment often involves threatening or intimidating messages designed to create fear in the victim. Section 351 of BNS criminalizes threatening another person with injury to their reputation, person, or property. In digital context, such intimidation may occur through emails, social media messages, or online posts. Imprisonment up to 2 years or fine or both can be imposed. If the threat involves serious harm or death, the punishment may extend to 7 years of imprisonment and fine. In real-life cases of cyber stalking, multiple legal provisions may apply simultaneously, and together these provisions form a comprehensive legal framework designed to protect individuals from digital harassment and preserve dignity, privacy, and personal security in the online world. While statutory provisions under Information Technology Act 2000 and the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023 criminalizes the act of cyber stalking and online harassment, the role of judiciary has played a crucial in demonstrating how these laws operate in real situations and how constitutional principles protect individuals in the digital environment. One of the most significant cases addressing cyber harassment in India is State of Tamil Nadu versus Suhaskati 2004. This case marked as first conviction for cyber harassment under Information Technology Act 2000. In this case, the accused created a fake email identity and uses online chat groups to post obscene and defamatory messages about a woman, thereby subjecting her to public humiliation and harassment in digital space. The prosecution charged the accused under Section 67 of Information Technology Act 2000, which deals with the publication or transmission of obscene material in electronic form. After examination of digital evidences, the court found Suhas Katti guilty and sentenced him to 2 years of imprisonment along with the monetary fine. This judgment became a milestone in Indian cyber law. It demonstrated that offences committed through digital platforms are subjected to same legal accountability as crime committed in physical world. Importantly, it also showed that judiciary proactive approach in addressing emerging forms of digital exploitation, particularly crime targeting women in online space. Now we will analyze how Constitution of India protects digital privacy. Another landmark judgment in the legal understanding of cyber harassment emerges through the Supreme Court judgment in case Puttaswamy versus Union of India 2017. In this historical judgment, the Supreme Court recognizes right to privacy as a fundamental right under Article 21 of Indian Constitution. The court clarifies that privacy extends beyond physical space and includes protection of personal information, digital identity, and informational autonomy. This principle has a direct relevance in the cases of cyber stalking and online harassment. Such conduct often involves constant monitoring of persons' online activities, misuse of personal data, or intrusive surveillance through digital platforms. By recognizing privacy as a fundamental constitutional right, the court established that unauthorized digital monitoring, persistent online harassment, or misuse of personal information can amount to violation of personal liberty and dignity. Now, we will talk about the judicial significance. Together, these judicial developments highlight an important legal reality. Cyber stalking and online harassment are not merely technological issues, but a serious violation of personal rights and dignity. Through these decisions, Indian courts have reinforced that the internet is not beyond the reach of the law and individual remains accountable for the action committed in this digital world. Now, coming to the conclusion. A stalker no longer waits outside a house. He waits online. He follows through algorithm, watches through fake profiles. The crime scene is no longer a street. It is a screen. Cyber laws through the Information Technology Act 2000 and the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023 attempts to reclaim the digital space for safety and dignity. But the law alone cannot log out harassment. Every screenshot is becoming evidence, every digital trace becomes testimony, and every informed citizen becomes the first guardian of justice. The cyber law is becoming foundation of modern criminal justice. The courtroom is expanding beyond walls. Evidence now includes screenshot, metadata, and digital footprints. And justice must adapt to a reality where identity itself can be manipulated online. So, when the next notification light up a screen, it should symbolize this communication, not control, because safety is not abandoned when we go online. The question is no longer whether cyber stalking is a real harm. The real question is whether society is ready to treat online offenses as seriously as offline crime, because internet never forgets and neither should the law. Right exists even behind the screen. The screen may hide the offender, but the law ensures that the accountability is never invisible.
I hope this short documentary is helpful and informative for you all. Thank you for watching this.